Hey guys, welcome back to my anime heroes customs. We are on a One Piece Craze this week. It's the pirate hunter, Roronoa Zoro's turn. He'll be the 95th commission project. Also, I am relaunching my Patreon page if you guys want to support me in this channel. Hope you guys can check it out. Link in description box below.
Hi guys, we are back. For our materials, we will be using an SHF bodycoon and 3D printed head sculpts by my partner Hanji Arts. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I love using the SHF bodycoon as base for my customs. And we have these two pieces 3D printed head sculpts by my partner Hanji Arts. If you want to order some 3D printed head sculpts like this, I'll put his link in the description box below. We actually debated about the scale and the proportion of these head sculpts in relation to the body, and I think Hanji Arts believed that his head is quite big for his body, so that's why he made it a little bit bigger. And what I'm gonna do is contrast it with the clothing so that it will still be proportional with the size and the scale. First thing to do is to spray a primer gray on these head sculpts so that we can see more details of the heads. And I shall also spray a flat clear by Bosny on the body. Here are the head sculpts with primer on. Now we can see the facial features more, and the faces look really good. We just need to clean up a little bit of the top part of the heads. And after doing that, after cleaning up the head sculpts and the excess plastic, we can now spray our flesh skin tone. I'm using the Tamiya flat flesh, and then I'll color match it with the body later. I actually forgot that one of the requested head sculpts for Zoro, particularly this head sculpt, should have an open mouth to accommodate the sword so that he can bite one of his katanas. So what I did was I just shaved off a part of his mouth so that he can grab a piece of that katana handle, but we will definitely need some kind of blue tack to hold it in place. Looking at Zoro's pre-Timeskip design, his boots or his feet are a lot larger than the proportion of his body, so I'm using this Marvel Legends extra feet, and I'll sculpt some boots over it so that we can get that effect. I was able to buy this fabric. I think this is a dry fit fabric, which is a little bit of black and green. I made some pants out of this fabric, so this is the template that I used, and I cut two pieces of fabric and sewed them together. I'm fitting the clothing on an extra SHF bodycoon that I have because the current body that we have is on paint and the feet are in sculpting, so I'm waiting for that to dry. When I make my fabric clothing, I always like to make it a little bit bigger or a little bit longer than usual, so that I will just need to cut into the right measurements for the body. So since this is a little bit too long, we just need to cut and ruffle it up like the photo of Zoro. Then I made this white top for Zoro out of this template at the bottom. I made it out of two pieces of white fabric and sewed them together and cut the sleeves short. Then you can flip it over and fit it to the body. All I need to do now is to adjust my measurements and my lengths, cut the sleeves, cut the ends, and hem everything together so it looks nice. I'm using 3 pieces of the SHF bodycoon swords for Zoro's 3-sword style. So we are going to be painting these according to their individual colors. So it's going to be white, black, and maroon. I'll also be reshaping their handguards because they have very unique handguards and they come in different shapes. Here are the results of the painted head sculpts. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you a lot more process, but it was just a very straightforward painting session. So right after the skin tone, I applied the hair color, which is a teal green or teal blue. And then I added the black and detailed in the eyes. Okay, here we are. I am bothered by the scale and the size of the head sculpts. I don't think it matches well with the SHF bodycoon. Here are the head sculpts. Can you guys look at it? I think it's a little bit too big. So I cannot sleep with this thought. So what will we do? We will be changing the body in the middle of the build. This is a DASIN Slam Dunk body. I have this extra one lying around when I changed one of the projects also. I think it was Hanzo the Samurai, and I think it looks much better in reference and in scale with the head sculpts. It just added a little bit more height and a little bit more bulk. That's why it looks much better. Also, in reference to my current Luffy, the version 2 Luffy that I did, he will scale much better. Let's do this. And this is the new DASIN body with all the clothing on it. I think the clothing looked much better right now because the clothes fit well on this body. It became more forming to the body, and I am so happy that they all fit well, and even the shoes fit and match with the scale. And One Piece is very known for its unique art style or animation style for the characters to be longer and more grotesque looking, so this is just perfect. Zoro's katanas are still in paint, so I have an extra one that we will use as a guide to make the sheaths. I'll be making the sheaths out of folder. I will just roll it on the blade of the sword. The colors of the sheaths will be white, black, and maroon. And now we will be making his green haramaki. The haramaki is the green sash across his hips. This is the one that holds the swords. And I'm just gonna make this out of green fabric. I'm just gonna hem it all together and wrap it around his body. And I'm gonna be using the same dry fit fabric from the pants to make a little bit of left arm bandana whenever he's not using his head bandana. Let's do that. Roronoa Zoro pre-timeskip is done. Let's see full figure. Tada! Finally, he is done. Roronoa Zoro in his pre-timeskip outfit. I am so happy with the outcome of this build. He is a very simple build, but at the same time, he's a very intricate and difficult one. I've added yellow details on his left ear for his dangling earrings. And this is the sword and the sheaths, fully workable, and you can pull the katanas in and out very easily. I've put all the sheaths together in this manner. It's like a diagonal cross pattern, and I've added velcro on the side of the pants so you can attach the sheath and you can remove it whenever posing Zoro. And that looks good. I think he came out really good. I think the size and the scale work really well together. Taking a closer look at the head sculpts, we have a normal, serious one, and with the bandana open mouth. You can easily put on the alternate head sculpts on the neck peg. And let's remove the swords and let's get him ready for the 3 sword style. I'll attach sheaths on the side and remove this left arm bandana whenever using this head sculpt. For this open mouth head sculpt, we will be needing some kind of glue tack or adhesive for him to be able to hold the sword. Checking out his different variation, this is like the 2 sword style with the normal head sculpt. You can remove the sheath from the side and he looks really badass with that pose. You can even put on the sheath again, no problems right there. Remove the first head sculpt and you can exchange it with the alternate one, the bandana open mouth that can grab and bite one of the katanas. I'm very happy with the outcome and I hope you enjoyed this process too. And what are we waiting for? Jump straight to action poses. Thank you!